Yo, what's up, guys? Everyone, today, man, I'll be talking about my New England Patriots losing today 34 to 15 on the road against the Dolphins. We move to now 0-2 against the Dolphins. You now sit with a 3-9 record. Tua Tagovailoa just absolutely owned us once again. The offensive line was terrible, especially the tackles. Defense didn't step up into the second half. First, too little, too late. Drake May with his rookie mistakes with multiple turnovers. There's nothing to write home about, unfortunately. We did see a couple of nice plays, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not expecting the Patriots to win these games because it gets a high-powered Dolphins offense, but the fundamentals, the intangibles, it's just incompetent football being played. Gerard Mayo, DeMarcus Covington, Alex Van Pelt. I mean, these are three guys that, for like any other franchise, would be on the hot seat. These guys just simultaneously all got hired in their first year at their respective positions, and we're like, can they really get fired after 1 year? I mean, Robert Kraft, that's a question for you, man. Yeah. So Tua Tagovailoa absolutely owned it once again. Jalen Waddle had one of the best games of the season after being pretty off this season with and without Tua. Tyreek Hill didn't even have a big time game, which really expected because you have Chris Gonzalez, not to pat him on the back, but he's like one of the better corners in football. So I really expect a big time game from him. It didn't feel like they even threw the ball to Tyreek too much. So they don't even feel like they threw maybe they threw like one deep ball all game to Tyreek Hill. I don't know what was going on with that. Offensive line was terrible though. Vidarian Lowe, god awful. Should have been benched. He's been pretty solid this season. Today was just not his game. Demonte Jacobs getting owned by the former Penn State alum Chop Robinson and just looking like prime Aaron Donald. Apparently, according to the Dolphins fans, for the last 4 games, been looking like prime Aaron Donald. So it wasn't just us, but Monte Jacobs. I mean, we have an all line full of practice squad guys and Mike Onwenu who has not been himself this season. Like, this is a makeshift offensive line. The fact that Drake May is living and breathing right now behind this offensive line we're lucky that that's the case. I mean, the first 2 drives of the game, he had 2 penalties, 2 on Vidarian Lowe and 2 on Demonte Jacobs. Let me just read what I had. Demonte Jacobs had a false start in the second drive of the game. Vidarian Lowe had a false start in the opening drive of the game. They both had 2 penalties in the first 2 drives of the game. Jonathan Jones, man, it's time to become a family man, brother. He gets beat by Jalen Water for 24 yards and a nice little slant play. I'm not a football play connoisseur, so it might have been a slant, might have been this, that, and the third. I'm not a Madden guy. I'm a college 25 guy, but I'm not a big Madden guy whatsoever. Especially for the last couple of years. That's the point. Just not good at all. Jonathan Jones, even at CB2, just not good. I don't really trust. Even Marcus Jones saying the slot at CB3 was kind of getting slutted out by Jalen Waddle. Like, CB2 is a need. Not what, I would go out and, a first overall pick, draft the corner, but, my brother in Christ, man. CB2 is a need. And, for now, Marcus Jones at CB3 in the slot isn't terrible, but he didn't look good today. Maybe it's just tonight, but I've heard somebody like ESPN mock this to get Will Johnson, who's probably the best corner in football, and then after that will be Travis Hunter. But no, offensive line, Kelvin Banks, please save us. I've seen Will Campbell mocked as low as now the 23rd to the Ravens. I don't know what's going on with him. Not a big college football guy whatsoever. Shout out my all right Rams though. Go Rams, go Rody. CAA champions, co-champions or some shit. I don't fucking know. I'll be a shout out. Go Rody, go Rams. Yeah, man. Tua was just throwing darts to end off the first quarter. I mean, it was just absolutely insane. Up to the point where we got called for a neutral zone infraction on, when they end the quarter off with the hard counts. Yeah, Anthony Jennings got called with that. Just can't happen. Then Joey Sly ends off one of the drives, missing a 44, 45-yard field goal. Apparently, pre-game, it was hitting from 62, could have been good from 65, and then of course he misses it. Looked like it was gonna sneak in, right on the right upright, and then it blinked off. So just great start to the game. Just really just encapsulated what type of game this was for the New England Patriots. We did get a Christian Gonzalez deflection on OBJ, who keep forgetting is in the league because when he's on the field, he doesn't do shit. Even though I feel like he caught a pass today, or no, he didn't, because think like Marcus Jones or like Kyle Duggar, like charge the ball out. I'll say incompletion. Monty Jacobs is getting owned by Top Robinson. Need him off the field, man. This makes your offensive line. I know what was his name that just signed DJ Humphries. I don't know how good he is in the year 2024, but he signed with the Chiefs for like up to like $4 million. They'd be like, why is he not going to the Patriots? I mean, who wouldn't go to the Chiefs or the Patriots? Chiefs are a top team of football, and the Patriots are a bottom team in the NFL. Let's be completely honest. Quentin Ellis then breaks up a beautifully thrown ball by Tua to Devon A-Chain. I like to call them A-Chain or A-Chains, but I guess it's A-Chan or A something, but I'm gonna call him Devon A-Chain at the end of the day. Vidarian Logan's third and fourth penalty of the first half. Defense has got off with DeMarcus Covington, man. Gerard May, your defensive minded head coach, and your defense simply isn't good. I know this is a very good, high-powered Dolphins offense that is getting into gear now that Tua Tagovailoa is back, but come on, man. Defense isn't good. Pass defense is not good. Run defense wasn't terrible today, but they weren't really running the ball that much, and when they did, y'all know what Gonzo, y'all know my glorious king, Christian Gonzalez did. Yeah. Shout out Marte Mapu as well in that play, but we'll get into that. Kyle Duggar, we're gonna talk about him. He allowed 3 touchdowns, basically, like the first half of that game, or the first 2 touchdowns of the game. Just miscommunication, not doing his job. It's made cry for a contract extension after we tagged him. It wasn't like a franchise tag, it was like a designated tag or whatever they alternate tag that isn't a franchise tag. Gave him like a 4-year deal for $58 million. Good thing about that, like Ramondre Stevenson's contract, he does have an out after like 2 seasons, which is 2026. So we have him at least for this year and next year. And then 2026, if he's not performing well, we can just go ahead and just cut him. So there's that at the end of the day. It's what I do like about NFL contracts compared to NBA. In the NBA, you really don't. I mean, you'll see like mutual options and player options and team options, but potential outs, we don't see that in the NBA because NBA is like fully guaranteed. NFL is not fully guaranteed, which is a good thing about the NFL. All the teams shouldn't have that. So yeah. But we did get some good today, though. We got a sack from Christian Barmore, which we actually love to see. We got a touchdown from Drake May on a 4th and 15. We also did get a touchdown, first career touchdown of Christian Gonzalez's career. Those are the 3 guys that I'm probably highest on the team. 4th would be Keon White, but I was pretty disappointed to see Keon White. He had a tackle today, which is cool and all, but they were mentioning multiple times on the commentary how Patriots aren't getting any pressures on quarterbacks and on Tua, and I'm like, that just screams Keon White, and Keon White, my brother in Christ, man. Like, you had 4 sacks in the first 2 games of the season. You had a sack against Caleb Williams and the Bears 2 weeks ago. Where the fuck is Keon White at, man? Like, people are like, we gotta sign Keon White to an extension. Yeah, okay, buddy. I haven't heard him do shit like he did in the first 2 weeks in a while. So I don't know about all that one, but I don't know about that one, buddy. Like on Wendy, who's like our only reliable offensive lineman that isn't a practice squad player, holding penalty. Kayshon Boutte, pass interference penalty, 1 and twice. You got 2 offensive pass interferences in 1 game. Like we gotta be better, man. We gotta be better. Pop Douglas had a nice 31-yard reception from Drake May. Just yard after catch. Shout out to Pop. Again, Pop, it's kind of like a interesting predicament with Pop. He's wide receiver 3, but we're treating him like a star wide receiver 1 just because he's really one of the only competent wide receivers that aren't like Kendrick Bourne, and every so often you'll see a nice from Kayshon Boutte, who I think made at most like 1 or 2 catches today, so nothing too crazy for him. Drake Man didn't even really, I feel like, go deep to Kayshon Boutte because it hasn't been working in games, so maybe he's just not going deep anymore. I mean, he went deep today to Austin Hooper, and that ended up working. So yeah, Austin Hooper for a 31-yard touchdown on 4th and 15 from Drake May. Christian Gonzalez with the fumble recovery touchdown, and Brendan Schooler had a sack. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about for the most part. Then we can get into the stats. But offensive line today was terrible. I need to draft the offensive line. Kevin Makes Jr., please save us. Will Campbell, I don't know what's going on with this draft stock, but apparently it's down to like the mid-20s. So it's like my brother and friends. I don't know about all that. Yeah, Drake May, like I mentioned earlier, still making mistakes. I mean, not able to protect the football. He has not gone a single game where you started and finished without a turnover. His first play in the NFL was home with a turnover to the Jets on Thursday Night Football. Everybody watching, we know it was a blowout. sack fumbled for seems like the 4th time in like 7 games. There was another pick which he's throwing a pick in every single game. This pick was just so disgusting. He literally had Jalen Ramsey beat whoever it was, pressured him for the 2nd time in the game. Looks like he's gonna throw it away. I'm thinking he throws it away. He throws it not out of bounds, and Tyrell Dodson was just released by the Seahawks. One-handed pick. Like, okay, man, whatever. Drake May today though, 22 of 37, 221 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Kendrick Bourne threw a ball like 30-17 on a nice, not a nice, but a trickery play, like a second trickery play of the game. The other one was like a 2-break version of Ramondre Stevenson. Over 1. Antonio Gibson was a leading rusher. The run game today was absolutely pitiful. Antonio Gibson 6 for 30, 5 for YPC. Drake May 5 for 26. Michael Hasty 1 for 15. Mondre 8 for 13, and Pop 1 for 1. Like I mentioned earlier with the Kyle Duggar contract, we also have Mondre under the contract until at least 2026. He has a potential out in 2026 as well. Just haven't been impressed by Ramondre since the first couple of weeks. I mean, I know he had that nice catch at the Titans to tie the game up to go to OT. Running the ball, he gets paid to run the football, and he's not been doing the job. Unfortunately, today he gets no receptions. Like Ramondre Stevenson, my brother in Christ. Like, he's supposed to be like one of the catalysts of this offense, and unfortunately, man, like I know the offensive line is fucking dreadful, but we got to be better at least in the passing game. If we're not going to be productive in the running game, at least be productive in the pass game. It just was not the case today, unfortunately. Bob Douglas 5 for 61. Austin Hooper 4 for 59 and a touchdown right here.
Miami 38. May Robinson, boy, had his hands on him again. May puts his back into it towards the end zone, wide open, and they got it for the touchdown. It's Hooper.
Shout out to Austin Hooper, owns Mo Alley Cox. If you know, you know. That's 4th and 15 play. Getting in the end zone after a late recovery by Jordan Ford, the former Bill. Hunter Henry 5 for 44. Kendrick Bourne 3 for 29. AG and aka Antonio Gibson 1 for 14. Pope 1 for 7. He caught that like in the first drive of the game, and got like another target like when the game was over in the 4th quarter, and wasn't able to come up with it. Booty 1 for 6. Yep. John Booty right now is a wide receiver 4. Pop is a wide receiver 3. So is Patrick Bourne, wide receiver 3 as well. Looking for a wide receiver 2 and wide receiver 1. Michael ASD 2 for 1. Javon Baker no receptions. And Mondre no receptions as well. Got the 2 receivers. Bulk at least has 2 touchdowns on the season, but aside of that, hasn't really done anything. Maybe blocking you on him. I'm not a big all-22 guy, so yeah. So pretty embarrassing loss for the Patriots tonight. To get a sack from Christian Barmore. Though, shout out to Christian Barmore. Brendan Schooler had a sack as well. Shout out to Brendan Schooler. Shout out to our guy as well. Forgot to mention Christian Gonzalez with his first career touchdown on a fumble recovery after Jalen Wright fumbled on, I think, a nice play by Marte Mapu, a nice play as well in the game, breaking up a catch to Jonnu Smith, and then he comes out basically jars the ball out, or whatever the hell happened to Jalen Wright in the exchange with Skylar Thompson, who ended up coming in for Tua, but then Tua ended up coming back in the game because it was close. And yeah, so nice fumble recovery from Christian Gonzalez into his first career touchdown right here.
25 of 35, 290 yards and 4 touchdowns. Well, the football was loose. It's picked up. Gonzalez on the scoop, and now it's a foot race. Gonzalez in for the touchdown.
Shout out to our guy, Christian Gonzalez, one of the only guys keeping me sane. It's really just Drake May and Christian Gonzalez, and now we're pushing Barmore back. I need Keon White to wake the fuck up. Yeah, those are really the 3 guys. I mean, Papa Douglas is cool. No, I'm not gonna say he saved my life or anything. So it's really just Drake May, Christian Gonzalez, Christian Barmore for now. Keon White, man, you need to get back in the fold. Keon White, man, I need to get back in the fold for that big 4. You need to get back in the mode for that big 4. Leading tackle today was Marcus Jones. Just overall best from Jelani Tavai. Christian Ellis had a nice pass breakup. I want to see if I missed anybody. Teachers Wise, once again, out. He's one of our best pass rushers. I haven't even heard the name Yannick Ngakoue, so I don't know if he had a good game or not. On the punt return, Marcus Jones, 3 for 38, 12.7 yards per punt. Joey Sly Ofron missed a 45-yard field goal. Bryce Behringer, 5 punts, 269 yards, 53.8 yards per punt, and 2 inside the 20. And then for the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa just absolutely dotted us up. The lefty was on fire today. I feel like every throw he had was seamless. Every throw he had was just an absolute dart. I feel like that man was literally just playing a high school team or a PB football team. I mean, the man was dicing us up like there was no tomorrow. 29 of 40, 3 for 17, 4 touchdowns. Devon A-Chain, 10 for 32, 30.2 yards per carry. Jalen Wright fumbled and had 7 carries for 28 yards, 4 yards per carry. Reed Mostert, he is generally fried at this point. Like, I had him in fantasy, drafted him because of what he did last season. Man, his job is literally fried. Jalen Wright is out snapping him. I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Wilson comes out of nowhere and out snaps him like that, man. Reed Mostert led the league in touchdowns last season, and now he's just an afterthought in the Dolphins' backfield. So, I mean, you'll get at least a couple targets a game with a receiving game. But brother, ew. Reed Mostert 2 for 5. Malik Washington, the rookie, 1 for 2. John Smith 1 for 0. Tua 3 for -2. I believe he's just doing at the end of the game though. Jalen Waddle lit us up. 8 catches, 144 yards and a touchdown. Donald Smith 9 for 87 and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill 5 for 48. Devon A-Chain 3 for 24 and 2 touchdowns on the receiving game, just basically untouched. Both times, it's just not good defense at all. Julian Hill, don't even know who that is. Guessing like a third string tight end or whatever. 1 for 8. They're probably the backup tight end, 1 for 8. Lee Washington 1 for 1. OBJ didn't have a single catch, neither did Jalen Wright, and Mostert had 1 for -3. Leading tackler today for the Dolphins was Jordan Poyer with 8. Second was Jordan Brooks with 7. I believe also the former Seahawk, just like former Seahawk as well, that got the pick. Tyrell Dobson, so yeah, or Tyrell Dotson, so yeah. Massive game from Keon. Massive game from Chop Robinson with a sack and a half. Yeah. They had 2 punt returns from Lee Washington, 2 for 15, 7.5 yards per punt. Jason Sanders made both of his field goals, including a 51-yard field goal. Overall, though, he had 10 points. 2 for 2 from the field. Goal. Jake Bailey, former Patriot All-Pro, 5 for 240, 48 yards per punt, and 2 inside of the 20. Now, overall, into the team stats, the Dolphins had 373 total yards to 267, 308 passing yards to 182, 85 rushing yards to 65, 5.7 yards per play to 4.2. He had 23 first down, but he had 14. Yikes. We're 3 for 14 on third down. 4 for 12. We were 1 for 3 on fourth down. They were 0 for 0. We had 63 plays. They were 66. We allowed 4 sacks. They allowed 2. We both punted the ball 5 times. Just actually an insane stats. So the defense in the second half definitely turned it up. But again, it was too little too late. We didn't even have any points in the first half. And most of the good half of the third quarter. Drake May, 4th and 15. Dot to Austin Hooper. We both lost a fumble. We scored on theirs, and I believe they scored like instantly with like a Jalen Waddle touchdown right after Drake May's. Drake May threw a pick, Tua didn't. They had 32 minutes and 4 seconds of time possession. We had 27 minutes and 56 seconds. Honestly, I thought they had a lot more time possession. I feel like they had a ball for so long, especially in that first half. Was really dominated by the Dolphins, where Drake May had like 11 pass attempts in the first half. We were down like 24. What was the score at halftime again? The score was 24. Oh, they scored all 24 in the second quarter after 0 in the first. And brother, I feel like we didn't even touch the ball. Like, it was just our defense just getting slutted out like Prime Abella Danger. Like, fuck, that shit was embarrassing. We have Pats lose 15-34, 3-9 of the season. Dolphins are 5-6. Next week we go up against the Colts against Anthony Richardson. So, yep. Let me just check Tankathon real quick, because at the end of the day, when I lose, I still win, because the New England Patriots right now, according to Tankathon, have a top 4 overall pick. Let us cook. Jaguars right now have the number 1 overall pick with a 2-9 record. The Giants have the number 2 overall pick with a 2-9 record. Raiders at 3 with a 2-8 record. The Patriots, my glorious team, even though we're not glorious anymore, but in due time, we have $139 million in cap space. Aaliyah Wolf, please cook, even though you pretty much whiffed so far on the draft class, so I don't know how much faith I have in you, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. Get me T. Higgins in free agency. Give him upwards of like $30 million a year. We have $139 million. You can splurge. You can do what you do. Get some offensive linemen. Draft an offensive lineman. And get me a CB2. Get me a pass rush. We have a lot of moves to be made, but we also re-signed a couple of guys where we have money to splurge. So, yeah. Panthers 5th with a record of 3-8 after a tough loss today against the Chiefs. Bryce Young FC, we never left. Bryce Young legacy game, unfortunately. The Chiefs got a game-winning field goal to end it off after he led them down with Chuba Hubbard as well. Got the touchdown, got the 2-point conversion with Chuba Hubbard, and then the defense gave up a field goal. 31-yard field goal from Schrader, who was a former, like Spencer Schrader, was like a former Jet practice squatter. Now he's just kicking game-winning field goals for the Chiefs. So, I shout out Jets. You have Wasp, Greg Carolina. The Chiefs just have your former kickers. So, a shot, man. Talking about the Jets. Forgot to mention that. Oh, Titans 6th record of 3-8. Jets with a record of 3-8 at 7th. Aaron Rodgers is out of there. They said he may waive, cut him, whatever the hell. So he doesn't play or IR or whatever. Like Aaron Rodgers, it's over for you, buddy. Even though you're fronted, that's how bad the Patriots defense is. The Patriots defense let Aaron Rodgers look like prime Aaron Rodgers. Thursday night football game, I'm like, man, this guy might not be washed. He's extending plays. He's throwing beams. He's throwing darts, and brothers washed. Browns with a record of 3-8 are 8th. The Saints with a record of 4-7 are 9th, and the Bengals with a record of 4-7 are 10th. The Bengals are way too good to be 10th. The offense is way too good. The defense, I don't know what's going on with Louis in a row, but that man might not be getting a head coaching job at this point, because brother in Christ, that defense fucking freaks. Trey Hendrickson is literally that meme of Ferrari with that like old ass house that has like nothing to look forward to except for that Ferrari. So, I mean, you got the Cowboys at 11th. They gotta get that guy Ashton Jeanty. I mean, I am a Travis Hunter truther for Heisman, but Ashton Jeanty, that man's a fucking yo. That's lose. Top 4 pick. Gonzo touchdown. Drake made touchdown. Barmore sack. At the end of the day, when I lose, I still win. Baby. Other than that, yo, that is the episode. Go down below, drop a like, comment down below, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and tell your boy John. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.